Hi, welcome to my channel, Quilting by Heart. My name's Melissa, and I'm back today with something that's a little bit controversial. I'm a very controversial person, I reckon. No, I'm just picking. But anyways, I'm going to be doing a little Temu haul. Now, there are some people that are staunchly against shopping from Temu. They will not shop from Temu. They just feel like they don't need to do that, and that's fine. If you're one of them, you can skip this and go to something else if this is not something that you do yourself. But me personally, I do shop from Temu. I figure that if I shop at Walmart's, where a lot of the products are made in China, if I shop at the Dollar Tree, where most everything comes from China, then I'm probably shopping from the same suppliers and people that make the stuff that go to Temu. So, anyways, back to what I'm talking about. First of all, if you're going to buy quilting or sewing supplies from Temu, bring down your expectations. That would be the first thing that I would say, is bring down your expectations. What you expect you're going to get in the mail is not always what you receive, because their prices are just, sometimes they're ridiculously low. And, you know, I just dial back my expectations just a little bit. In a bag with a bunch of sewing notions, there are going to be some disappointments. So I'm going to share some of those with you, and I'm going to also tell you what I really liked out of the Temu haul, the things that I got. And none of this stuff that I don't have the prices, I could go back and look on my phone, but if you've ever shopped Temu, you know, $2 or $3 per item. Maybe the rug that I got, the little tin sign that I got, might have been around 5-ish, 6-ish, something like that. The thread stand that I purchased might have been over $2 or $3, but mostly within the $2, $3 range. And so yeah, let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to share is a rug that I got from Temu, and I believe this was it was on the pricier end. It could have even been up to $12. I'm not for sure. The reason that I purchased the rug was, at some point I thought I would change my sewing room, and I was going to do a different decorating scheme. I wanted more brown and earthy tones. You know, I've got a lot of pastel stuff in this sewing room, except for the walls, which is my lovely 1970 paneling. But I wanted to do more of a country, reds, yellows, earth tones type of theme. So I picked this rug up. And it's really a pretty rug. I mean, it's not very well made. No, it's not, you know, it's not high dollar quality. But it's a rug, and it's really a good size. I don't know exactly the specifications on it. I've done took it out of the package and threw the package away. But I'd say it's about 3 foot by 2.5, something like that. It's a good size little rug. You could even hang this on the wall. I think if you hung it on the wall, it would make a great wall hanging. And I own, and you can see behind me, I own an old Singer 66, and I wanted to kind of use that for a theme in my sewing room. Okay, so that was really cute. I don't regret that one. The next thing is this little advertising tin. I haven't even took it out of the paper. It's metal. It's very cute. It was $3 or $4. I don't know. But something like this in a quilting shop would cost you probably around, oh, I wouldn't even go into it. If you could even find something like that in a quilting shop, it'd be pretty expensive. So I got that. Now, I picked this up, and this is probably one of the first bunkers for the day. You know, not very good. It was this gripper that goes on a ruler, and you have to hold your ruler pretty sturdily. And if you'll see these small suction cups, I'm not for sure about this. I did put it on a ruler. It does hold. It might give you some purchase when you were cutting. But see how it flops? You really don't want that. You would want it to be really, really sturdy if you're going to be cutting with a rotary cutter with it. I'm not saying that I won't use it, but I would not repurchase this. Okay. Another disappointment was this little seam gauge. I wanted a little seam gauge that I could put by my machine so that I could test my 1/4 inch every once in a while. It's metric. I forget sometimes that China is not the United States. So if you're buying rulers from Temu, make sure that, you know, they're not metric, or if you want metric, they are metric. But be sure, if you're from the United States, just know that a lot of their rulers are in metrics. So I was a little disappointed about that. I got this, and I like this. I'm not disappointed with this at all. It's a wooden seam roller. I've seen Lori Holt use these. Different quilters use these. These are pricey. Even on Amazon, these are kind of pricey. So I think Seville or something like that makes them. These are pricey, but this one was only like $2 or $3. It does a good job. I've already tried it a little bit on a roll over a block. So I'm going to keep this by my sewing machine. This will keep me from having to, you know, if you just got a little seam you want to press over and don't want to get up and go to the sewing machine, that's the ticket. The purple thing, that thing is expensive for just a little, probably 30-cent piece of plastic. I got not only one, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them for under $2, I think it was. You can't beat that. You could, you know, give these out at a guild meeting if you belong to a sewing guild, or you've got a sewing circle, or, you know, retreats or anything like that. It's the exact same thing. Just very, very, it just goes to show you the markup on stuff in quilt and supply stores, even Amazon. It's a high markup on tools. And some people think, you know, that you should pay the more expensive price and get it from the original designers, but a lot of those are getting their stuff from China. They're not making it here in the United States. They're sending it out to other places. So, but that's just for each his own. The next thing I'm going to share with you is hexie papers, and I'm sure I didn't pay very much for these. Just little hexie papers that if you're going to make hexagons, you can use these to make hexagons. I can try these out, and they feel pretty sturdy, like maybe a light cardstock. So I'm sure those will work just fine. A lot less than you would pay at a quilt shop. Now, I want to make a crazy quilt, and I felt like I needed, you know, I've saw the templates. Oh, when you get into quilting rollers, they get really, really expensive. And I mean, come on. They are pieces of acrylic plastic. That's what they are. And they can just soar on up there. So, but I purchased some, and this is called the Scrap Crazy 6. I don't know if it means that it's a 6-inch block. I'm not really for sure. But these are the pieces for it. And it's very nice. I don't see any difference in the quality than the Creative Grids rollers that I've bought. I don't see it's the same type of acrylic, the same type of cutting around the edges. It's well marked with the pieces. It's like A, B, C, and D so that you can keep up with your pieces. It's got a little template on it that shows you how that it goes together. If you can see this one right here, it shows you how that it goes together. So it's awesome. I'm going to use this. It's even got the little dog ears are already clipped off for you when you cut out your pieces. So you can't beat that. And this wasn't even $5 or $6. You can't beat that with a stick. If you was to get a specialty ruler at a quilt shop, you're going to pay at least $20 for it. Just about any type that you get. So that was a really good deal. I can't wait to use that. I might make a quilt for y'all and show y'all how that I use it. We might do that for a video. The next thing that I purchased is I want to do a Dresden plate. So I bought a Dresden set that has the circles for the middle and the templates for all the petals, and they've got different types. And it was $5 or $6. Ooh, I'm not even for sure what this would have costed. I'm pretty sure this would have been a spendy little notion at a quilt show or a quilt shop. So I didn't pay very much at all for it. So I'm going to get to try out that Dresden plate ruler. Now, The one thing that Temu does not have is instructions on how to use this. So, but come on, y'all. It's 2025. If you need to know how to use anything, just go on YouTube and just Google it and go on YouTube. And I'm sure I've already looked up one video where they're showing you how to use dressing plate rulers. So, yeah. There's that. You can always just about find out how to use it if you go online. Okay. Next little gadget, I got this completely and totally on a whim. I got this little cat template and I just saw it. They had these in a basket. This was completely, like I said, on a whim. They had a basket of little cats, you know, made out of different fabrics. And they had used this little template to make them. It's got the place where you can, you know, embroider the eyes, the nose, the mouth. And so I thought this would be fun. You could do this with kids. This would be a cute sewing project if you're trying to teach a young person how to sew or something like that. I have saw these made with the body longer and put rice in it and make like heating pads that you can put around your neck, and it looks like the little cat's wrapped around your neck. But I just picked this up, I don't know, at pennies probably. I didn't pay very much for it. $1 or $2 maybe. So I picked that up. I thought that would be fun. But the last two things I'm going to share with you, hold on just a second. It's probably my favorite out of this little Temu haul, and that is these little scissors. I had a pair of Kai scissors that were similar to these. They've got the little curved tip. They're very sharp on the tip. And these are really, really helpful on my quilting frame to snip threads, because you can get close to the surface to snip little threads and stuff like that. So I keep these. I've got a little holder. I have a little holder on my, actually that rides on my machine, that's just stuck onto it, that come in a sew sampler box. And I keep these there. I'm gonna keep these there. I just put them there. And they're pink. I mean, what's not to like about that? And these were like $1.43. I have paid like $10 or more for these online. So, yeah, there's that. And my last favorite thing that I got, I also got a little beeswax, like a little beeswax thread conditioner. It seems to be like any other thread conditioner. I like to use thread. Sometimes I hand bind bindings. Not all the time. Mostly I'm going to be machine binding. If I'm doing anything, it's going to be by machine. But every once in a while, I'll do a hand binding on a quilt. And if you don't have some type of thread conditioner, they call it thread heaven, different things, then you're just up the creek. A lot of times your thread is going to snag. So I use this thread conditioner. Embroiderers, people that cross stitch, use this. So yeah, there's that I purchased. I don't know how it would work. So I'm going to give it a really quick try and see how it compares to. I feel it. It's there. Yeah, the thread is stable. It's thread conditioner and it works. So that was just a little bit for that. And you would be surprised if you use these types of little notions. I mean, and it's contained in its case. You just stick the thread in the little groove and just strip it through. Yeah, the way that I got to using the thread conditioner was this So Fine thread gloss that came in a little sew sampler box. And I just loved it. And this has actually got their grapefruit scent and all. Still smells good. And I got to using that, and that introduced me to thread conditioner. And if you ever start using thread conditioner for hand stitching, hand binding, cross stitching, you're not going to go back. It really, really helps cut down on the snagging. Okay, so that was a win. All right, the last one is probably with the scissors. This would be my two top favorites would be those little scissors and this next thing that I'm going to show you. And I'm kind of getting to be a pen snob. if there could be any such thing. You know, you can pick up a pack of pens anywhere. You can grab them at Walmart. You can, often they come in, I guess what got me, and I know I mentioned Sew Sampler a lot. If you don't get the Sew Sampler box, I think it's a really good deal. I have found some of my favorite notions. It's just a way that you can try things, and the fabric that comes in the Sew Sampler box, I'm really pleased with. Now, I will say that they're not putting as much in these days, in the way of different. Used to, it would be like 5 or 6 different gadgets that would come in the box. Now it's like 3 or 4. But like anything, they are they're a business that is suffering from inflation, just like you are, just like everybody else is. But I'm really, really happy when I get my Sew Sampler box. They have really good fabric. I got a whole fat quarter, a small fat quarter bundle. It had like 10 fat quarters, I think, from a reputable designer in it this time. I also got like an Olfa rotary cutter. Those things are pricey in a quilt store, so for $36, I think that it's a good deal. So I do get the Sew Sampler. That's a little splurge that I give myself, or my husband gives me, bless his heart. Okay, so back to what I'm talking about, and that are these little glass head pens that I purchased. I don't know what I gave for these, but I would definitely I can tell already that I would repurchase these again. I would definitely mash the go button on these again. They're long. They're super fine. I like the feel of them. They kind of have a feel. They remind me of the feel of the Magic pens. If you've ever used the Magic pens, they are really pricey for just a few of them. And I got a whole box. Oh, I don't even know how many are in this box. For like $2, I think it was, maybe $2.80, something like that. They're glass-headed, and I did, check that out. It appears to be a real glass head. That means that they can be ironed over, and it won't melt, and they're very sharp and very fine. I love the feel of them. I love how they go into the fabric easy. This would be awesome for patchwork. So, there's that. I would definitely repurchase these. So, I hope you've enjoyed my little haul of products that I've purchased from Temu today. I've got some more coming. I told myself, though, after I get this next Temu haul, this next little haul that I've got, this little bundle of stuff that I have ordered from them, I'm going to hold off on the Temu stuff. Oh, I forgot to show this really quick. And it was a ruler tape. It's an adhesive ruler. And I just got this to put on my cutting table. And it is in inches. Thank goodness it's in inches. It goes up to 60 inches. And I just purchased this to put on my cutting table to look at yardage. Sometimes I want to know, I want to know, hey, do I have a whole yard of this? Is it 3/4 of a yard? What is it? So I did purchase that. And I haven't put it, it is what it is, though. I mean, it'd be hard to mess that up. It's just an adhesive ruler. So, yeah. That's all that I got. And so, what do you think? Do you like Temu? Do you like to buy stuff from Temu? I also got a quilting shirt. It's really, really cute. It says, I still play with blocks. I might wear it sometime on here. And it was a little small. It was a little small. I got the 3X, and it was just a little bit small for me. So, I can still wear it. I mean, it's not so small that I couldn't wear it. And that I couldn't be comfortable in it. But, yeah, I mean, hey, and it was just like $6 or $7 for a quilting shirt. I don't know where you could get it for that price anywhere else. Anyways, but if you're a rather large lady like me, you would kind of want to, make sure, my glasses are fogging. You would kind of want to make sure on the measurements and stuff like that. I would definitely always size up if you're in doubt on Temu, because that stuff comes from overseas and they're just not as healthy over there as we are here. Go figure. Anyway, so I'm going to hop off of here. I got a lot to do today. I just thought I'd pop on and share that little Temu haul and give you my thoughts on it. So I just wanted to share what I got. And just, I guess this is my thoughts on it, kind of. These are my thoughts on it. There is such a high markup on some of these little things like pins and like the little piece of plastic called the purple thing and things like that. I know that these are, you know, these were designed by somebody and they are well worthy of their, you know, of making a living off of their products. But $9-10 for about a 20-cent piece of, probably not even 20-cent piece of plastic. Come on, y'all. I mean, they could come down with some of this stuff. They could bring the prices down on a little bit of this stuff, and I know that they could. Anyways, but that's my 2 cents. You don't have to agree with me. We don't have to see eye to eye. But if you liked this, if you like these type of hauls, then you can click that like button. You can subscribe to my channel if you want. I would appreciate it much. I appreciate it highly. So maybe we'll be doing something different next time. Maybe we'll be actually sewing or actually getting some quilts, showing some quilts. Or maybe I'll use that crazy 6 ruler that I got and we'll cut out a quilt and quilt some of the blocks next time and see how that thing works. And was it worth what I paid for it? Anyways, you have a blessed day. Till next time, this has been Melissa here at Quilting by Heart. Bye, y'all.